Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ty's Cincinnati Real Estate Reviews. Today we're going to talk about Madeira, Ohio. This is a city just north of downtown Cincinnati. We're going to cover the parks, the walkability, is it dog friendly? We're going to talk about real estate home prices, the types of homes you can buy there, and what restaurants are there, is there good shopping there, and a lot more. So stay tuned. At the end, I'm going to give you the 3 things I dislike about Madeira and the 3 things I love about Madeira. Let's go. My name's Derek Ty, and I've been selling homes here since 2004. So let's get started with why buy a home here in the Greater Cincinnati area? Starting with the business community, there are a ton of Fortune 100 companies here, small businesses, and even startups. There's great schools from preschools all the way to top universities. We have world-class sports like the Cincinnati Reds, Cincinnati Bengals, Houday, and soccer. We've got amazing parks, both city, township, even state parks everywhere. We have lots of friendly people that smile, which I like. Farmers markets all over town, world-class fine arts and entertainment, restaurants, the Cincinnati Zoo, world-class hospitals, an international airport, and even great real estate home values. So where is Madeira located? Well, Madeira is a city just north of downtown Cincinnati, and it is in Hamilton County. It's surrounded by Silverton, Kenwood, Indian Hill, and Madisonville. Madeira is about 12 miles from downtown Cincinnati, and you can get there either by 71 South or a couple side roads first, and it takes about 15 minutes. There are several hospitals nearby in the area. You've got Bethesda North Hospital, which is just north in Montgomery. You have Jewish Hospital just north in the Kenwood area. And then if you go downtown, you've got several options, including Good Samaritan, Christ, UC, and of course, Children's Hospital. So how close is the airport here in Madeira? Well, you can either go to the CVG Airport, which is our local Cincinnati International Airport, and that's about 30 minutes. If you go north to the Dayton International Airport, you're looking about an hour. So what makes this area special? Well, you've got about 10,000 residents that absolutely love living in Madeira. From the little shops downtown, to the parks, to the walkability, to the proximity of homes to the downtown business district, this really is an area that people want to spend a long time living at, and you don't see a lot of people moving from Madeira. So is there good shopping available in Madeira? Well, actually, it has a nice little central downtown quarter that does have several options, including Romaldo's, which is a men's store, a Walgreens, Bio Wheels, which is a bike shop, Argo's pet food store, which we use personally here on our farm, Mad Potter, Rory Maxwell Children's Boutique, Honey on Miami, and that's a women's boutique. There's also a hardware store and a Kroger grocery store. You're going to find a lot of other shops and stores there as well, but these are kind of the main ones in the main corridor there. If you go just a couple miles north into Kenwood, you're going to have both the Kenwood Town Center, which is one of the region's best indoor shopping malls with all your major retailers there. If you go just across the street from that, you have an outdoor mall with some major retailers there as well. So what about restaurants in Madeira? Well, you've got all kinds of options of small cafes and locally owned and operated restaurants right there in Madeira. Here are some of the ones I would recommend. For breakfast, you may want to try the Madeira Cafe. You've got traditional breakfast foods in kind of a cafe environment. If you're up for a great lunch, try the Swing Line Madeira. That's a great restaurant that's only a year or 2 old. And they've got a sister restaurant over in Loveland as well called Paxton's. If you want to try dinner, try the A Tavola Bar in Trattoria. That is actually a great downtown kind of nicer food kind of option for a dinner. If you're looking for a cup of coffee, there is a Starbucks right there on the main street with some outdoor seating. If you're looking for an ice cream, you've got several options in the summertime. If you want to stay right there in the downtown area, you could walk to the La Grassa for some gelato. You could also go up to Kenwood for some Grater's ice cream, which is a couple miles away at the most. And then in just another mile or so into Montgomery is one of my personal favorites, sitting outside in the summertime having some Walker Brothers ice cream. So check that out too. If you're looking for more fine dining options and steakhouses, you could try driving a couple miles north into Montgomery. There's a Jeff Ruby's restaurant there. Go a little further north to Tony's. If you go south, you could get the Capitol Grill there in the Hyde Park, Rookwood area as well. So what about parks in Madeira? Well, you actually have 3 City of Madeira parks that we're going to talk about. So the first one is Selman Park. This is a 10-acre park located directly behind Madeira Middle School. It includes 1 baseball diamond, a soccer field, 2 tennis courts with lights, playground equipment, reservable picnic shelter, restrooms, picnic grove, concession stand, and my favorite, sand volleyball court. Another park is called the McDonald Commons Park. That's off Dawson Road. And that is a 17-acre park that includes 3 baseball fields, 3 soccer fields, 2 tennis courts, playground equipment, picnic shelters, restroom, concession stand, and the Veterans Memorial is also located at that park. The third park in Madeira is called the Nelly V. Hosbrook Bird Sanctuary. That is a 2-acre wooded area along Miami Avenue, and it has a short trail that you can walk on and some picnic benches for watching the birds. So is Madeira walkable and dog-friendly? Well, let's start with the dog-friendly park. So basically, you're going to see people walking dogs all over Madeira, especially from their homes, down the sidewalks, into the business districts. You can sit outside with your dog at a couple of the cafes and restaurants there, including Starbucks outside. And most of the neighborhoods do have connectability between each other. So if you're looking just for how walkable is it, most of the main business district is connected to sidewalks, and those are connected to the neighborhoods that are surrounding Madeira, which makes it so popular. And that's most of the residents in Madeira are going to have sidewalk access from their home all the way into the business district and the parks. So what school options are there in Madeira? Well, if you look at this map, you're going to see all the preschool options in the general vicinity. There are a lot. The public school district there is called the Madeira City School District. We've pulled the reports from the Ohio School Report Card site. You can use several other rating and review websites as well. If you're looking to get a link to this one specifically, just send us a message and we will get you this one or any other school district here in the state of Ohio. If you're looking for private school options, there are many, many options around the Madeira area, including Mount Notre Dame, Moeller, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, Ursuline, Miami Valley Christian Academy, and the Seven Hills School. So what homes and home types are there in the Madeira area? Well, there's really not a lot of condos. In the last 6 months, no condos have actually sold there. Mostly what you're going to see is single-family detached homes. You're going to see some of those that have been built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s have now been torn down to make way for larger luxury homes. So if you want to talk about typical construction, if it's on the older home side, you're going to talk about mostly brick ranch homes, some bi-levels and tri-levels, and some Cape Cods you're going to find there as well. If you're looking at the newer construction properties that have been replacing some of these smaller homes, those are mostly going to be brick, the cement siding board, and some of the stone on there as well. Almost all homes there in Madeira have basements, and most of them have at least a 1-car garage. Some of the larger properties have 3-car garages. If you're also talking about the newer homes, those also mostly have finished basements and take advantage of the square footage there in the area. So let's talk about prices. Homes in the last 6 months. So in the last 6 months, there have been no condos sold, so I can't give you a report like I normally do there. But for 3-bedroom homes, can you believe it? Only 13 homes have sold in the last 6 months there. They averaged $487,000 at $239 a square foot. Now, only 22 4-bedroom homes have sold in the last 6 months. Those averaged $698,000 at $237 per square foot. So you can see that the home prices in this area are very high, and they're higher than a lot of the surrounding areas there in Cincinnati. If you're looking for today's home prices or what's sold in the last 6 months, depending on when you're watching this video, reach out to me at that number below, and I'm happy to give you the latest numbers. So what are 3 things I dislike about Madeira? Well, this is another community where I actually have a hard time finding 3 things I dislike about Madeira, but I'll just pick on a couple things and maybe these won't even be a big deal to you. So first of all, it only has 3 parks. So if you go to some of the surrounding communities, they have a lot more parks and a lot more kind of public green spaces. Madeira is a relatively small community, so you can get away with 3 parks. But I'd say if you want to nitpick on something, they don't have a ton of park options. Number 2 thing I dislike about Madeira is some of the community neighborhoods in Madeira are not really connected. So you might see some of these new developments that have been built in the last 30 years, and there's not really sidewalk access to them, or there is, but it's maybe up a steep hill or something like that. So not all homes have the same access to the sidewalk system and downtown area. So I'm just telling you from a personal perspective, I would love it. It'd be great if every single home had the exact same equal access to downtown Madeira because it's such a cool little town. But that would be one dislike I have, is that some of them are a little bit more isolated than others. Number 3 thing I dislike about Madeira, and you might feel the pain right now if you're watching this, and that is there are no homes for sale. I mean, when a home comes up in Madeira for sale, it goes under contract almost the same day or even a couple days later. So this is why it's important to work with a real estate agent that has a pulse on the neighborhoods, because sometimes we hear about a property that's coming on the market. Even if it's a couple day notice, it might be helpful to be ready to go see that house before it hits the market. Some of them are getting 20 and 30 offers. So as a third thing I dislike about Madeira, it is really there's not a lot of homes selling there because most people want to stay for a long period of time, which leads me to the things that I love about Madeira. What are the 3 things I love about Madeira? Let's start with people stay in their homes a really long time. So people absolutely love this community. So they stay in the homes a really long time, which makes it harder for new people to come into the community and to buy a home. So I would say that is the thing I love about it, is that people love the neighborhood so much that they never want to leave. Number 2 thing I love about the area is the nice downtown walking area. So you've got little shops, stores, restaurants. You can start having a drink at one place, then maybe go out to dinner, and then go for an ice cream, maybe do some shopping while you're there. It's actually a really cool community just to be in that little downtown area. And again, most of the homes, you can actually walk to the downtown, so you never even have to get into a car, drive there, and have to park. The third thing I love about Madeira is the proximity to everything in the greater Cincinnati area. So just within a few minutes drive, you're going downtown Cincinnati, you're getting to the Reds game, Bengals game, you're going to the Cincinnati Zoo. Your kids, if they're in college, they're right down the street at Xavier or UC or Northern Kentucky University is only, I think, 15, 20-minute drive from there. If you're looking to go north, you have all the major parks. You've got Kenwood Town Center. I mean, really, this is right in the middle of everything. So if you're looking for a community that has a little bit of everything, that with a small town feel and not a ton of homes and neighborhoods, this might be your neighborhood. I also love, as a bonus tip, it's very scenic. So you know me, if you watch a lot of my videos on all these other neighborhoods, bing, 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 you'll know that I always love to talk about scenery. So this has beautiful mature trees and tree-lined sidewalk streets. It's just a beautiful community. It's not like a big, soybean field that somebody created 1,000 homes in. This is a very intimate setting to own a home, go to a park, walk around, use the downtown area. So that's one of the things I love about Madeira. Well, thank you for taking your time to watch this video today on Madeira, Ohio. I hope you found it helpful, useful, and hopefully you've been inspired to want to purchase a home here in the greater Cincinnati area. We do offer many, many, many other neighborhood videos. So if you haven't checked out our channel yet, please like and subscribe to be notified when even more videos are created. We also have some other helpful videos like things to do with your kids in greater Cincinnati, things to do with your dogs in greater Cincinnati. And if you're thinking about building a home, we have things about new construction and some tips that you may not have realized. So these are all the things that we can do to help you here. If you are moving to the greater Cincinnati area and you're looking for a great real estate agent, just call me at that phone number below or text me if that's better for you, and we'll set up a time to look for what you specifically need and want in a home, and we'll do our best to come up with that for you. My name's Derek Ty, and we hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day.